I nursed my son for 381 days. So, doing approximate math, of course, like using my nursing tracking apps and whatnot, I spent 650 hours nursing my son. The minimum wage in Denver is $18.
Yo, I'm about to, boy.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm about to, listen. Keep me away from the nearest ledge. I'm about to jump. I am about to jump. All right, we got another Social Simone video in the building, and this is Girl Math, the financial trend that could ruin your life. Girl Math is one of them things. It's funny when it's all ha-ha, kiki. But when you're making real life decisions, it's not funny no more. All right, let's get into this video.
It's 2025, about to be 2026. We can't shake ourselves from the shackles of people using girl math as an excuse to make bad financial decisions. Girl math got some of y'all in a chokehold. A chokehold!
Girl math for me is every time I go get my Botox, my husband thinks it's $1,000. So anytime I go, which is about twice a year, maybe 3 times a year, I say, honey, it's time for me to get my Botox. Can you send me my Botox money, please? And he sends me $1,000. I just paid $350 and I got a lip flip.
What is a lip flip? Is that supposed to make your lips bigger, or is it supposed to flip your lips?
Is that not lying? Is she not lying to her husband? Can we just be honest about what she's doing?
Like, what is a lip flip? A lip flip is a non-surgical cosmetic procedure that uses a small amount of neurotoxins like Botox to relax the upper lip muscles, causing a lip to slightly turn upward and outward. This is what it's supposed to look like. And I say this with the utmost respect. She just said she got something done, right? So you didn't get the Botox? Maybe that's what it's supposed to look like if you don't overdo it, because sometimes people overdo it with the lip stuff. And
let me see what them comments say.
Maybe that's what it's.
Why are we asking for money? Okay. May I never have to utter the words, may I have my Botox money, please, to my husband ever. Yo, they're cooking.
Supposed to look like if you don't overdo it, because sometimes people overdo it with the lip stuff. And I'll be like,
that's a fact.
Ooh, does the husband think that it's $1,000 for this quote unquote Botox because the lip flip was a type of Botox, but she's really getting Botox in her lips, not in her face? The first comment says, and why are we asking for money? For some of y'all, girl math involves asking for the money.
Oh yeah,
the
that's
next
facts.
comment says, may I never have to utter the words, may I have my Botox money, please, to my husband.
Bro, look at this one right here. This one right here says, so you saved $650. You didn't save anything. Yo, okay, let me continue.
Look, different strokes for different folks. Somebody here says $350 for a lip flip is insane. I'm in California and it's $100. But she replied with $350 was for a full forehead and lip flip. She took like $650 and pocketed it, and it was girl math. Y'all are low down. You know, I hope the husband never sees this video. You already had to ask him for some money to get the Botox in the first place. Is this technically scamming if you're married to this?
Yup.
None of my business.
I found $100 cash today. And if you're a girl, you know cash means free money. So anything that I buy with this is basically free. So today we're gonna go and have some fun and spend all of this $100 bill. The first stop is gonna be...
She gotta be trolling, bro. She has to be trolling. I'm gonna give her the troll card for this one, all right? She seemed like she set this video up. She didn't like record her getting it off the ground. We're gonna say troll for this one.
Starbucks. Hi, can I get the iced banana cream protein matcha?
11:02. We'll see you on up here.
Thank you. Since exactly when are we paying $11 to drink matcha?
You can make a matcha at home, y'all. One thing about it, y'all gonna pull up at Starbucks. No matter what, the matcha is free because she found $100.
This is how much we have after going to Starbucks, which is $89. Okay, guys, so after getting my toes done, we are left with $21. Which I feel like is the perfect amount for a thrift store.
Wait, it was 60-something bucks to get her nails done?
Of
y'all,
course.
These nail prices is ridiculous. I don't care if we're using girl math or not. The real come up would have been, girl, do this, just DIY it at this point.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna.
That's one thing I do. I do agree with women on. Is just pay for it, bro. Listen. You ain't gotta DIY everything. Now you don't gotta bring Lowe's in to put together your entertainment system. All right.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
You can put that together yourself. But like your nails, your hair, like let somebody else do it. Like just let somebody else do it. If you're a man and you're a scaldo baldo, you can do the baldy yourself most of the time. All right. When you got like a special occasion, you need the Mr. Clean regiment. You need your beard super shaped. Go to a barber. But for some stuff, especially like doing your nails, just go to the salon, man.
Go hit up a thrift store right now and see what we can find with $21. It's basically gonna be for free because it's cash.
It kind of makes me cringe up just watching people find a way to have to get rid of money that they just got their hands on. This is a good demonstration of what a lot of people deal with every day. Like if they get their paycheck, they're instantly looking for a way to get rid of it. Find $100 on.
But this is why I said in her other video, house broke is not real. It's not real. Okay. People find a way to consume things. People need to find a way to enjoy life without having to spend money. There's mad things you can do.
Brown, hey, we got to go spend it. I don't advise anybody to do anything like this or act like this if you have no emergency fund. If you have nothing set up in the event that you lose your job or you don't have any money and you come up on some money, I don't care if you stumbled on it in a sewage. The wise thing to do is just to put it away. But is that what we do in America? Nah.
Okay, this is what I ended up getting. Okay guys, and that was everything. I basically spent $100 today for free. It didn't cost my bank account.
The real girl math would have been going and putting that into the bank account and then investing in $100 in the stocks so you can have a little something for the future. Girl math, you see how I did that? Let me just paint the picture a little bit. What if instead of getting that matcha, you put $100 into Starbucks because you're there anyway? Now you're an owner. Ooh, you don't just own the matcha, you own Starbucks stock. I'm just trying to open up your way of thinking, that's all. This type of girl math I'm not too mad about because at least she didn't go work for the money. She stumbled upon it. She wasn't gonna have it anyway. But y'all, you don't got to get rid of every blessing that comes your way just because it was quote unquote free.
Girl math has to be the most convenient thing in the world because I went to Zara today not knowing I was gonna go to Zara and I spent $230, right? But I also came to Sephora because I had to return some stuff and I had to return $190.
So I only spent $40. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Worth of stuff, right? So $230 minus $190 is about like $40. So basically I only spent $40 in Zara, basically meaning I saved money. Great definition of girl math.
Why don't y'all see it like
that? It is so just because, you know what, it's women. All right, I'm gonna tuck the misogyny back in. Let me tuck the misogyny back in. It's back in, and let me listen.
How many hours did it take me to work to get $190? Let's just say you made $20 an hour. And I'm not even including tax, y'all, because it's worse when you think about the fact that you have these sort of withholdings and stuff you have to pay to the government. But if you make $20 an hour and you spent $190 in Sephora or wherever you go, right? You would have to work 9.5 hours to get whatever you spent that money on. Now ask yourself, was it worth 9 hours of my labor? Stop thinking about the fact that you spent the money somewhere else and you got it back. Because even when you spent it over there, you had to physically go work for that money, which is putting physical strain on your body. And I'm sure for a lot of y'all, that's not very fun. Somebody here said only spent $40 and had a great time doing it. Now, this is the type of girl math I can't get with. Crazy work.
This is why people never have savings accounts. All right. Because you think of it like this. Well, I've already spent this money. So if I get it back, I might as well spend it again. No. You bought stuff from Sephora. You took it back because you didn't need it. Put the money back in your bank account. Leave it there and go live your life.
Yes, sis. Savings. Girl math. You came out ahead, sis. No, you didn't really. And I love when the girl math is mathing. And some of y'all need to stay out the folks' stores with this sort of mentality. When are we gonna grow up?
And if it's Afterpay, I'm gonna pick it every time. If there is an option for Afterpay.
Bro, Afterpay, Klarna, get them out of here, okay? When people be like, oh, I could just get it today. Bro, listen, you went and bought something for $80 and you're going to end up spending $115. Just wait till you got the $80 and buy it. Or there's people who got money in a bank account and they be like, I don't want to give them all of my money today, so I'm just going to put it on Afterpay. What? So you're going to take money you already have, tell them you're going to give it to them later and pay more so the money stays in your... Yo, it's wild, bruh. I don't understand. People people who set up like payment plans on their phone but got the money. I don't want to give them all of my money right now. I might want to get something to eat later. Yo, load up the chopper and put it to my head, please.
I'm clicking it. I don't care how much money I have. I don't even care how much the product
Bro, it's like I wrote the script.
is. If it's $5, then I'm paying 4 payments of $125. They literally made it for us girls. It's girl math. We like, okay, so if I have to break this up, it's really like I'm not even paying for anything. Am I right? They need to start doing afterpay for cars.
Bro, this is why I think we need to bring back checkbooks and accounting books to the household, okay? So at the end of the year, bro, I had to fight with somebody to look at their bank account, not because I wanted to see it, because I wanted to show them how much money they were spending. They kept having all these issues. They told me how much money they make, but I never have no much money. I can't save this. I want to be able to have X, Y, and Z in my savings account. So I was like, all right, let's go in your bank account, because if you got Bank of America, Chase, Navy Federal, any of the major banks, when you go in there, they'll show like graph breakdowns of your spending. So it don't matter if you break it up into 125 at the end of the month, you still spent $5, or at the end of the year, you still spent $3,000 at Sephora. It's still the same money. But you tricked yourself and you made it feel like, oh, I asked them, how much money do you think you spend on Amazon a month? It was like, bro, probably like $80, $90. Guess what it was? $450 a month. Okay? Yo, please stop it. Please, y'all have to stop.
No, they don't. If you think about it, we already kind of have afterpay for cars. It's called a car note. You don't own the car. You're getting charged interest every month. Depending on how bad your credit is, it can be really high or it can be on the lower end, not too far off from Klarna. The only difference is, instead of interest rates, in most cases, you have to read the fine print though, because you still can get hit with interest rates. Y'all are getting late fees. It really just depends on what platform you're using, however they worded it in the fine print. And y'all think that y'all are getting away with something by using these services. I'm just saying, if you're not using them responsibly, it's going to be just like a credit card. Yep. And we have to remember, they are in the business of making money. And how do they make money? It says here, baby, I got all of them. Afterpay, Klarna, Sizzle? What is Sizzle? Affirm, Zipper, and ShopPay, all in the name of girl math. Ain't that crazy?
Oh, no, not in the name of girl math, in the name of consumption. I don't want to hear no more about how the world falling apart when everybody is using these things on once. Okay, not needs. If you go to Publix to get something so you could eat during a week, by all means, you will never hear nothing from me. All right? But if you're spending money you don't have, listen, stop complaining, man.
This comment says, hello, somebody. I don't care if the money is there. Let me get that 4 for 4. And somebody here is saying, I booked a whole trip on Klarna and Afterpay. I believe it.
I do feel like I am the CEO of Girl Math, so let me show you how I girl mathed my way into buying this for myself. This is actually my weaning gift to myself.
My what gift?
Buying this for myself. This is actually my weaning gift to myself.
My weaning gift? Yo, we are making up anything.
I breastfed my son, Callahan, for 12 and a half months. And let me break down the girl math for you on why this was justified and like way more than deserved. If we're getting technical here, I nursed my son for 381 days. So doing approximate math, of course, like using my nursing tracking apps and whatnot, I spent 650 hours nursing my son. The minimum wage in Denver is $18.
Yo, I'm about to, boy.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm about to, listen, keep me away from the nearest ledge. I'm about to jump. I am about to jump. The way people can justify consumerism is so nasty.
81. So 650 times 1881 is $12,226.50. I should have bought like a Chanel or something. I didn't even get my full pay out of this bag. Are you ready? cheese?
She says she needs to get paid for being a mother. Yo, I was doing the right thing. Didn't put my baby on formula. I breastfed. So I'm. It would have been better if she said, "This is how much formula costs. This is how much I saved by not do." I would have respected that a little bit more. But charging, like seeing how much the ledger should save for you breastfeeding at minimum wage. First of all, 650 out. Why were you keeping track? Yo.
So pretty and simple and cute.
If you did something like that and this is what's going to make you happy, and maybe you haven't done anything for yourself in a while and you can afford to do it, why not? But if you can't and you're just like, yeah, girl math, I deserve something. See, you can end up in debt doing stuff like this, trying to justify a purchase that really didn't need to be made.
If you said I wanted a Louis Vuitton bag because I need a new one, I respect that way more than making up some imaginary reason of why you should have it. Just say you want it. There's nothing wrong with wanting things. Just say it.
All for a cute bag.
And to be honest, I didn't even girl math to my full capability. So if anyone needs some girl math done, hit me up because I could probably justify just about any purchase for you. What do you guys think?
If it's not something you need as a basic necessity to survive and you are in debt or you're having struggles getting by, you're living paycheck to paycheck, we don't need nobody like her getting hit up talking about, hey, help me justify this purchase. She's the last person you need to be reaching out to. But you and her are two different people in two different sets of finances. Comments like this, y'all. You created a whole person and then made food for him for a whole year. You deserve whatever you want.
Yo.
Do y'all think?
You know who I blame? Adam, you had to be so lonely that you was like, hey, God, make me one of them. This your fault. This is your fault.
That everyone deserves a Porsche, a Rolls Royce, endless Gucci bags, Louis Vuitton, Versace, Bottega, all the expensive stuff just because you created a person. Just let's think about this rationally, y'all. I'm not saying that you don't deserve to treat yourself or to be treated. I'm saying y'all are telling other people you deserve whatever you want. This type of stuff is dangerous, y'all. The internet is a dangerous place because some of y'all will take these sort of comments to heart and you will go to the people around you and be like, I deserve whatever I want, and it's given spoiled. That's not how life works. You get whatever you can afford because that's the smart thing to do. Because if you go out and somebody done gassed you up and put the battery in your back telling you you deserve whatever you want, some of y'all think y'all deserve to go to Spain, Greece, Hawaii, Bali, Thailand, Japan, and you should be able to do that at least 7 times a year. You should have the finest shoes, the finest cars. You should be decked out from head to toe. Your hairs and nails should never go undone. You should be able to get unlimited cosmetic surgeries. Do y'all get how ridiculous it can get just in the realm of you deserve whatever you want? Doing whatever you want gets you in a lot of debt. But that is a fact if you cannot afford it.
I hate being a girl. Like girl math.
And what's crazy is, at the end of the day, people be talking about how everybody got to work and, yo, jobs don't pay enough. Every time you consume something, somebody had to make it. This she got in her hand right here. Somebody had to get the materials. It had to get sent to a factory. It had to get packaged up. It had to get sent to a store. The store had to unpack it, or a warehouse. Somebody had to deliver it to your house or deliver it to the store. Somebody had to ring it up, sell it. These are all people you're making work just for you have these things. So next time you talk about how, yo, it's so many hours out here and, yo, these jobs, they just got you doing blame all the people consuming it at the end. It's their fault.
Shit don't make sense. Y'all, why am I at the mall to spend some more money to make myself feel better about how much money I just spent? Y'all, I just spent $830.36 to be exact at Toyota. I thought I was spending $350. I went there because my brakes. Did I know my brakes? No, I'm just a girl. Somebody else got my car and was asking me why my car was shaking and vibrating and percolating and twerking when I hit the brakes on the highway.
Girl, your car was twerking. Instantly had flashbacks about the Jeeps.
I honestly didn't even notice that it was doing that. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice that. So I did, the responsible thing. Went to Toyota to get it fixed. $350, cool. I'm gonna wait. Call me talking about you can get it fixed for $350, but you really need to get them replaced or else you're going to be back getting them fixed again. So that $350 went to $515. Then they started talking about some spark plug. I don't even know what a spark plug is. And they said this when I had just got my oil change. So at this point, just I spent $830.
At least it's fixed.
Because I'm about to go spend some more money.
Does this shirt say God's girl? Chat. This said, okay. Yep.
I actually want to spend money on to make myself feel better. I have to spend money on. Period.
I guess this is in the Girl Math Handbook. Spending more money on stuff I want to make me feel better about spending money on stuff I need equals girl math. The first comment says, the dealership gonna always get you, friend. And I agree. Sometimes you're better off finding a local mechanic, because if you go to the dealership, just be expectant.
Bro, no, listen. The key to not spending a lot of money at once on your car is keep up with the maintenance schedule, okay? If you keep up with the maintenance schedule of your car, you will not ever have to pay, not ever. Accidents happen. Rarities happen. You keep up with the maintenance schedule, you get your oil changed on time, you get your tires rotated, you get your alignment on time, you get your brakes fixed on time, then you don't have to get your brakes and your rotors and your pistons and you don't got to get all that at once. All right.
A couple $100, and it could be something that could take 5 minutes for.
Because best believe, women, y'all keep up with y'all's maintenance schedule of y'all face. Look, your eyeliner getting a little low. Yo, I need to go. They doing buy two, get one free. Let me go get you. Make sure that's on time. Do the same with your other items. Okay.
Some reason they be getting down with them prices every time. Even better if you can go on YouTube and fix your problem, but I know she had a lot of stuff going on with her car, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're better off going to the dealership. And this is the type of girl math I'm not getting with. Girl, at least you're responsible. My car needs maintenance and I'm avoiding it. See, this is why some of y'all can't have a car, and you got to get a car every couple of years, because you ain't doing the maintenance and the upkeep, and you just think, oh, I can just get a car, drive it till the wheels fall off, and do no maintenance. Some of y'all are like, well, I'm at least a car every year because at least then I don't got to pay maintenance. You still have to do maintenance on a leased car. Then y'all are sending the cars back to the people you leased it from in bad condition because you ain't been doing the upkeep.
I ain't gonna lie, you lease a car for a year, it's not much maintenance you got to do. Maybe an oil change or two. But if they leased it to you, you ain't gonna listen. There's nothing you should have to keep up with in 1 year. Especially when you're giving it back to a dealership. You
have to take care of your car if you want it to continue to drive long term, and then save yourself some money from having to get a new car later. That's why it's called preventative maintenance. Ooh-wee.
I literally have to go nanny for like an hour, and I'm dreading it, but at least she can pay for my nails, you know? Like, at least these are free. You know what I mean?
Because she's nannying for an hour, her nails are free. They look nice though, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't wanna say it like y'all don't need to spend any money doing the things that you like to do with the money you've earned. But I'm always gonna encourage people to try to save money instead of just getting rid of it the minute that they get it, or sometimes even before they get it. We live in such a hyper-consumerism type of economy that we are just like spin, 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 spin. We don't think about saving anything, and we just want to keep buying more stuff, keep getting our nails done, keep getting our hair done. And many people can't afford to be doing all that. And then the minute that they catch a flat tire, it's on and cracking because you don't have any money, because you're constantly spending. You're in a loop of just making people who own these corporations even more money. And I really just want to wake people up.
People think I went to law school because I'm really smart or I love school. No. I like money. The idea of my future husband being able to say, my wife is a lawyer, my wife is an attorney, and I have a shopping addiction. All this to say, choose your hard, because not being able to go shopping is hard.
And she said, also, girl math, if you will. I don't know if this is girl math or strategic life planning. And actually, I'm not mad at her. She made a calculated decision to get in a profession that allowed her to spend money, even though it's not the best thing to have a shopping addiction. And hopefully that's something that she's able to overcome, because shopping addictions can be very bad when it comes to debt. But depending on how bad it is, she she might still be able to come out on top. Another thing that you have to consider is she was discussing being a wife that's an attorney. Also means that her cost of living would probably come down because it wouldn't just be her paying for everything. But if you're in a job that doesn't pay much money and you have a shopping addiction and you're not working on stopping that shopping addiction, oh, life is going to be very hard for you.
I don't think there's no such thing as a shopping addiction. It is literally only impulse control. You gotta go on Amazon, put something in the cart, check out. That's not something like that. I don't think that's like an addiction. You feel me?
Especially with how social media and TikTok always has a new craze or a new trend that everybody's jumping through hoops to go buy and show off on TikTok and be like, hey, look at all this stuff that I got. And then you're on to the next thing next week. The first comment here says, going into law for money is a horrible idea. Most lawyers only make 60 to 80K. Y'all are saying that like it ain't nothing. What? Come on now.
For the amount of time they work, it's really not. Like the amount of time you have to consume after that is really.
Now, then they go on to say, unless you crack big law, you're much better off in a different profession. We are in the day and age where people are saying, hey, 60 to 80K ain't no money. And I also believe you can probably make way more money than what they're saying. Let me see. Now, y'all know I like to do my research. So we're on the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. And it says here, as far as lawyers go, it looks like it was last updated in May 2023. And it lists their median income as $145,760. The person who commented said that they're going to make around like 60 to 80,000.
Maybe starting off.
The lower 10% make 69K a year. So that's definitely not true. But kudos to her for choosing her hard. I don't see nothing wrong with being a lawyer. I'm trying to understand, when did being a lawyer become a job that people thought you didn't make a lot of money doing? And I love this comment section because it's full of people saying stuff like, I'm a pharmacist, I'm a doctor. My husband gets to say that my wife's a doctor. This comment here says, same. I hate math and chemistry, yet I'm a pharmacist, because they're likely doing it because they want to obtain a certain type of lifestyle and they need the job that's going to be able to make that a reality for them.
Okay.
My boyfriend and I are having a disagreement. He wants me to transfer the money that's in my Venmo to my bank account, and I say I don't want to. And my reasoning is that,
Bro, the FDIC insures bank accounts. Your Venmo is way more at risk for your money to be stolen. Just put it in your bank account. That's the one reason. I don't even know what reason they're about to say. But I've had this argument with the significant other before. I had this argument with my fiance before, man. And look, listen.
if it stays in my Venmo, $416, which I don't feel like is that much. I feel like if I leave it in there, it's free money. Because
Yo. Bro, I can't do it. I can't do it.
anytime I need to pay someone, I'm not actually paying them. It's free money.
No. If you have $600 in your bank account and $400 in your Venmo and you got to pay somebody, you had $1,000, you paid them $100, now you have $900. If all the money's in your bank account, you have $1,000 in your bank account and you got to pay them $100, you still have $900. You don't put none of the money in your bank account and you leave it in your Venmo. You got $1,000 in your Venmo, you pay somebody, you still got $900 left. Yo.
Duh, girl math. And he's like, no, you need to transfer it so you can like accrue interest, whatever. But I'm like, no, like that money's just gonna get passed around anyway. So I'm just gonna leave it there so I don't actually have to pay people because it's free money. So let me know if I'm right or if he's right. And I think we all know who's right.
Yo, arguing with it. And this ain't even women. There's dudes who act like this too. So I don't even want it. Girl math is not a. They call it girl math. It is really idiot math. Okay, it's math idiots use. Okay.
Well, if it was like 10,000,
and there's some male idiots, and there's some women who aren't idiots. Ooh, look at there. You know what I'm saying?
dollars. I definitely would understand why he would be like, yeah, you need to put this into maybe like a money market account. Maybe you could get like 4.75% or something like that. Being that it's like $400, I'm not saying it's a small amount of money because that's a blessing to somebody. Like, how many people wouldn't want $400? But is it probably going to make you a lot of money if you put that into a money market account? Probably not. However, something is better than nothing. In that case, I would say he's right because that money is just sitting in Zelle, not doing anything for you. So it's really just about, what do you value? Do you value your money making you more money?
I just do it for the safety. Your bank, your big bank, insures your account up to $250,000. Just put the money in your bank account. I live in Atlanta. Y'all see I live in Atlanta. Your Venmo, your Cash App, your Zelle, they're not safe. Your Apple Cash, Apple Cash might be a little bit more safe, but listen, don't, I'm telling y'all, don't do it. Just put the money in your bank account. All right.
Even if it's a small amount of money? Or would you rather just have that money sitting there so you can Zelle it out to people who you owe money to later? Girl, how many people you owe money to? Is there a list? Because the first comment says, the amount is not significant enough to make an impact on interest earned.
Which is true.
So leaving it as free money is the superior option. The next comment says, someone who's worked in banking. I'm on his side. As a girl, I'm on yours. To be honest, I can see both sides here. So I'm also a person that believes what you would do with a little is what you would do with a lot. If some people just have bad habits and they never start with anything, and even if they were to get a large lump sum of money, these are the type of people that might leave it in Zelle or leave it in a checking account because they have no knowledge on how you can even build your money up to work for you. This comment here is very interesting though. It says, if you're cool, losing your free money is fine. Technically, you're helping Venmo profit off of you and risking potential fraud / Venmo collapse. I can understand this 100%. It's just like leaving your stuff in Cash App. Why not just put it in your bank account or put it somewhere a little bit more safe? A lot of these banks do have FDIC insurance for
Come on.
For a certain amount of money if there is any sort of fraud or anything like that on your account. I'm not sure what Venmo has, but these are things you need to consider when you're just storing large amounts or even small amounts of money on these platforms.
Girl Math is confirming that you don't need to cut back on your expenses. You just need to find a new job that will pay you more. What's my business case? A crackhead never wakes up and says, I can't afford crack today. Lock in.
Wait a minute. Many people have very expensive taste and they're like, I don't have enough money. I don't make enough money that I can save. And then when you tell them, hey, you might have to get a better job, get a side hustle, do something else to make more money. They're like, well, I don't want to do that. Well, the math says if you spend more money than you actually can afford to spend, you're going to end up in debt. And I don't want to see nobody end up in debt. But you either have to cut back or you need to make more money. And at some point, you do have a limit on how much you actually can cut back.
Let's normalize being a gold digger. Like, why would I want a broke man? Why would I want to pay for my own bills? Why wouldn't I want a man that's financially stable? Honestly, like, I treat myself, I buy myself. Why wouldn't I want a man that's financially stable?
Why would it? Yo. I see why mama's boys are so bad. I mean, daddy's girls are bad too, but I think it's just like a different type, maybe. I don't know. Because the thing, like, you have a son, just imagine. But I guess some moms treat their son like they know they're going to run into women that think like this. Or maybe that woman thinks like that too. So she's like, son, this is what it's like having a woman. But like, I could not imagine her having a son and be like, yo, listen, it's gold diggers out there. You just got to give them your money. You go work hard all day and then you give them the money. This crazy.
Honestly, like, I treat myself, I buy myself. I want a man to do that for me so that I don't have to keep doing it for myself. I want a guy that drives a nice car. Like, I literally drive a nice car. I want a guy that, like, takes me on a trip. Like, I'm like, oh my god, I'm craving pasta. And a guy that has money and doesn't spend it on me, like, you're just as useless. A broke man. Like, I hate stingy guys more than I hate
transactional. So transactional.
broke men, actually. And, like, guys who get offended by that, honestly, have no gold for me to dig. So, like, why are you mad? I need a guy that, like, has money and, like, wants to spoil me. not like has money and wants to control me. Because in conclusion, if all guys are gonna lie, cheat, and manipulate, then you pick the one that pays for all your bills.
She said this was girl math. I was not prepared. And then on top of that, why is the name of the profile City Girls Up? This is a lie. I'm over here expecting I paid this for this. This was not on the bingo card, man. And then the comments, why are the comments looking like, oh my gosh. Oh my God. I'm just going to ask, because I must stir the pot
Misery,
after this
bro.
video. For all the women watching, do you agree with her? I just want to know. I'm not judging. I'm just actually curious what y'all are going to put in the comments, because I feel like this is about to start a debate. Wow. Now the next video here says bank account $7.99 and me with a $5,000 bag, $500 perfume, and a $30 lip liner. And apparently she says pound girl math. And the first comment says, by living like this, you attract more abundance. I swear it's worked for me. I want to know how many other people has it worked for, or did it land you in debts? Did it land you in debt? Owing all them credit card companies with interest? The next comment here says, at least I have what I want. Nothing wrong with having what you want if you can afford what you want. Some of y'all get stuff you want and you need to take it back. You need to be on Facebook Marketplace selling it. Got a little, you might have did a little much. Really back in, you know? It's a new day.
I go to Peru tomorrow and I just went and picked up my Peruvian sol, my money. I know this is real currency. I understand, you know, it's real legal tender, but look at it. It's Monopoly money. Like, how cute is it? I understand it's real, but because it looks like Monopoly money, it's just like, spend it.
And just to let you know, whenever you get back, you can always trade it back for US dollar. If you feel like, hey, it's just fake money at the
like what she just said about the money. Oh, I got it, spend it. I told y'all in another video, I put out a post one time that was like, the difference in men budgeting and women budgeting is, I don't even want to say that. The difference in smart budgeting and budgeting for dummies, okay? Now, if you feel hit, I'm sorry. Smart budgeting is, hey, how much money am I willing to set as a limit? And everything I wants to do has to fit in that limit. That's smart budgeting. Because that way you never, and even if you go a little bit over, it's not that bad because you pretty much fit everything. Now, how she just said this, it's Monopoly money, that I might as well spend it. Dumb budgeting for dummies, is when you have a limit and you say, I have to spend this. Like, I have $3,000 to spend. Then you spend it. Then once you get to the end of the 3,000, you realize, there's some stuff I still need. And I passed the budget. Let me just increase the budget. You're an idiot, okay?
Currency exchange. They will give you the equivalent. So whatever currency you have whenever you're traveling, it's still worth something, y'all. I know y'all are looking at it like, it don't mean nothing to me. Not only does that money have value wherever you're about to go, because the citizens wherever you are would love that. It also has value when you get back. This is not girl math, y'all. Money is money. Are y'all okay?
$40 is just two $20 bills. That's nothing. If you look at it that way, yeah, I think that's worth it.
What if you look at them 2 bills and you're like, that's 2 hours of my life because I only make $20 an hour? That'll put something in perspective for you. To make it even worse, y'all are in the comments talking about 4 $10 bills. All right, so this video here says girl math is spending $400 to get 2 candy cane concealer brushes for free. Or was you gonna do it anyway? Because imagine going in.
How do you just read the sentence? Girl math is spending
there with $100 budget. Like, yeah, I'm gonna spend $100 in Ulta. And you end up spending $400 to get a little candy cane thing because you're like, oh, you can get a little thing for free. Let me see what else I need. And I know a lot of y'all do that whenever y'all go to these makeup stores, Ulta, Sephora. They got y'all in.
Bro, I worked at Levi's, and the reason I was the #1 Levi's seller in the Southeast, okay? Check the records. Bro, the reason why is because I use deals to save people money, right? It would be like, there would be like a deal that would be like, somebody would bring 2 pairs of jeans. You got 2 pairs of jeans for $89.99, I think it was, right? But if you add a t-shirt, which was $15, there was $100 off, right? Or there was $20 off for every 100 you spend. So now if you add the t-shirt, you actually save $5 by buying the t-shirt. Because it was at $89, you spent $15 on the t-shirt, that put it above 100, but then it brought it back down to $20. And I used to use that to upsell my UPI, units per, or UPT, units per transaction. That's how I did it, right? And I was moving units, okay? Using Levi coupons, I was booming. So when everybody walked in, it was like, yo, you're going to make sure I get the most for my amount of money. When you do it like this, yo, I'm going to spend $100 to get this thing that's, yo, you are an idiot, all right?
Chokehold. They get y'all every time with the, if you just spend a little bit more money, we'll give you a free item. We'll give you 2, actually.
Because if the item isn't worth that thing, like say you get an item at $100 and you're at 70, right? If you wouldn't buy that item for $30, then why are you going to buy something else to get it? That makes no sense.
What a steal for you.
Brad bought me a beach bag, so now I can't buy any beach bags because I'm going to continue to use that one. And I've had this beach bag for 2 years, and so many new cute ones have come up, and I'm obviously not going to buy them or get them because I'm just going to keep using the one that Brad got me because it's like more special to me. It's like just special that he chose it for me, and I still do really like it. So now beach bags probably for the rest of my life. I don't like when is it acceptable to start buying beach bags again? Probably never, right? Maybe after like 5 kids. I don't know. Is that just me?
Yeah, I do think it's just you. Actually, it's probably acceptable to buy another bag whenever you can afford another bag or you budgeted for another bag. And this is something that you want to treat yourself with because you actually can afford it and you have an emergency fund set up and you have things in place to make sure all your bills are paid and you're working on your credit card debt if you have any or your student loan debt if you have any, so you don't have to worry about your wages being garnished or being sued by credit card companies. And you make sure that you have some money saved on the side in case you ever lose your job or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about buying stuff that doesn't really mean anything. Are we okay? Oh my.
I would take
Oh my god, she loves it so much.
Shut up, let me explain it. My name's Kelly. I bought this main Coach bag and it was $200. And then I saw this at the shop that was $100 and I was like, I don't need it. And then I went back 2 weeks later with the mentality that this was gonna be $100. And I go and I asked the employee, I'm like, are these really all $100? And she was like, yeah. And then I go to pay and it swiped for only $65. So I did save money. It was still a lot. This was $70.
You did not save anything.
She said she saved money.
Ho, you didn't save anything. You still spent $65. It don't matter. And you hear it? You hear it? She went in there with a budget of $100, spent $65, so it was really free. When idiots think about budgets, they think I'm going in to spend this whole thing. My intentions is to spend it all.
Because she thought it was $100. But the bag, that little tiny bag, was actually $60. $60 for that bag is crazy.
Insane.
She can maybe put a little key fob in there, maybe a chapstick for the winter months. You know, we're getting there, you know. Oh, consumerism is doing us in so
key fob.
bad.
My dad gives me a debit card and he puts $1,000 in my bank. I was like, $1,000 gonna last me 4 years, okay? Not even kidding you. Week 1, my roommate's like, oh, let's go shopping on Newberry. I'm like, let's go shopping on
Boston, Newberry Street. Come on, man. Listen, I already know what's about to happen.
Newberry. I have $1,000. So we go shopping on Newberry. Now, mind you, I'm $20 here, $20 there. I was teaching girl math before girl math was even a thing. I go into a store, my card gets declined. I go, that's weird. I've only spent like $40. So I call my dad. I go, Dad, card's broken. He goes, did you spend $1,000? I go, no, I didn't spend $1,000. I spent $20 over here. I'm good. He calls me back. He goes, yeah, you spent $1,000. I could not comprehend how I spent $1,000 because I was spending only $20 at a time. The math wasn't mathing.
And that's exactly how it works, y'all. If you are not keeping track of everything, if you're not checking them price tags and you're just like, just throw it in the bag, not looking at the price tag, that's how you end up spending $1,000.
Listen, I'm going to put $800 in your account. Do not spend it. Got it. What do you think I did? Spent it that day. $800 gone.
So she
spent $1,800 in one day and thought she spent $40. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
$1,800, not just the 1,000. Oh my. This is why I'm a big advocate for budgeting and knowing how much you're going to spend before you walk in a store.
Yo, I feel bad for like the next generation, because the next generation cash is going to be almost obsolete, right? Because cash was one of them things you can clearly see your stack of money going down. You start with 100, boom. You give them one bill, they give you back, you spend 20, they give you back 4 20s. You go to the next thing, now you got 3 20s. And you're like, yo, dang, I only got, you get to spend that next 20, you 60 in, you're like, dog, I only got $40 left. With your bank, it's like, out of sight, out of mind, that number's just dwindling. It's like the movie In Time with Justin Timberlake. When you got that money, your money is like they time. They just spending it. Don't know what's going on. Till you sit there, yo, it's all gone.
Or having an idea at least. Like maybe you can look online and shop the prices and say, hey, this is what I can afford. But man, we have a problem as a society with instant gratification. Sometimes when we're thinking about the budgeting aspect and the fact that this money is real, all logic goes out the window, and so does the money. And it also could have been because she didn't work for the money. When you work for the money, you're thinking, how many hours did it take for me to get this amount of money? And now I just blew it and I don't even know what I spent it on. But for many people, it doesn't even matter if they work for the money. They're still going to have that same sort of idea when it comes to buying stuff, because they're just like, oh, look at all these fancy things I can buy.
Bro, when me and my fiance, we go into a store, I say, and not even to tell her not to spend it, because we've gotten better. She gotta not save now. You know what I'm saying? But I do it just so she's conscious of what she's like doing in the store. And I'll be like, how much money you think you're gonna spend in here walking into the store? Oh, like $40. I say, okay. Just note it. We had the conversation. Mental note. We get to the cash register. Tilapia. Yo, we need some lemons for that. We need some lentils. We need some couscous for tomorrow. Next thing you know, she ring it up. 111. I'm like, you remember when you walked in here, you said you were going to spend 40? Yeah, but look, I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you that's what you said. And you spent 111. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I keep it moving, man.
You don't learn nothing from this video. Equate the fact that you have to work X amount of hours for whatever it is that you're buying. That's the girl math. I quickly wanted to talk about a few people who have their own disdains about girl math or their objections. And this one I thought was very interesting.
It's 2025, so I'm just going to politely request that we stop using the phrases girl math and girl science. You might be thinking, Amelia, it's not that deep. It is that deep. Because when you justify your irresponsible shopping habit with it being girl math, that's misogynistic. When you say that something is girl science because it's something that has no scientific backing, that's harmful. It makes us all look bad, because what you're implying is that regular math and regular science are not for girls, and that girls need distilled down math and distilled down.
Bro, when people say I'm just a girl, or like, even when I hate when men say it too, like say things like women should do things this way. I'm like, do you feel like when people be like, don't argue with a woman, are you less intelligent than me? If that's what you're gonna say, I will 100% back up from the conversation. I'm done. I won't try to rationalize with you. Well, just let girls be girls. Don't argue with them. It's not even arguing. Can we have a conversation about this conclusion of things? Now, if you're going to admit, I'm not even going to say admit because I don't believe it. If you're going to say that you're less intelligent, that's why I shouldn't be talking to you. Maybe I just don't need to be talking. If that's what you believe, I'm sorry. Like, I shouldn't. But nah, she's spitting right now.
Science to remotely understand what the men are doing.
I agree. I've been saying this since last year when I did the first girl math video. That might have actually been 2 years ago now. I digress. I'm tired of it too, and ask and plead with you all. Please stop using this phrase in 2026. I would ask if y'all could stop using it in 2025, but I think we're a little too late for that because y'all have still been using girl math to justify the bad financial decisions, y'all aren't letting up. I don't know what to do at this point, but I need to gather a whole army of people who feel the same way as me. And
I think in like psychology, they say like people do that when they don't want to deal with the consequences of their actions. So like the person I mentioned earlier about the bank thing where they wanted to look at their bank, I told them when they ever came to spending money, they always say like, I probably spent like one or two what? Say $100, say 200, but they take the 100 off. So it makes it feel better that they did it. When you're trying to tell your mind the action that you took is less than what it actually was. Just be honest. All right?
She does.
But I implore you, do not use girl math or girl science as phrases. It's misogynistic, and we can find a new way to talk about it. I promise, I also have an irresponsible shopping habit, but I don't call it girl math. We can come up with another phrase. Brainstorm in the comments.
You can just call it irresponsible. I'm irresponsible when I go shopping because that is the truth. That's the truth. And that's okay sometimes. You can be irresponsible sometimes. There's irresponsible drinkers. For men, there's irresponsible bettors, right? There's mad irresponsible time maintenance people. Everybody's irresponsible is something. It's okay. It's okay to say it too. It's okay to admit it.
I don't even know what y'all would call it. I'm scared just for the heck of it. What else would y'all call it? Or is girl math here to stay? I really hope not, because I'm so tired of it.
If you are not in control of your life, you are always going to be at the mercy of someone else. That means if the power to feed you has the power to starve you, you need to get your own. You have a man. What part of that simple concept are the girls not understanding? You gotta call your pay this. The Zelle ready when you get there because you don't got a dime of your own. That is a problem. Stop using your time and your resources to completely cater to a man and what he wants and what he likes, and start getting a little bit of your own so you can walk away from any situation that you don't like.
I wouldn't necessarily say that should be the reason. You should just want to do it because that's what's the most beneficial for you to be in.
Conversation again.
She said this is a big girl math. Ooh, all right. I need to know, do y'all agree down below? I do think as adults, this isn't just a male or a female thing. I would hope that everybody could be able to sustain themselves by themselves because life is unpredictable. However, I do think she is going to have this conversation again because a lot of people don't see it that way. They just don't. Financially, they will depend on somebody 100%. And until something bad happens, they don't want to hear nothing like this. And it's kind of sad because we see so many videos online of people saying, you know, I never thought this would happen to me. I was a stay-at-home mom for X amount of years, or I didn't have a job for X amount of years and I'm left with nothing. And it's like, man, it's very sad to see these sort of things happen, but the reality is they can. So no matter the situation you're in, just do what's smart, do what makes sense, and protect yourself. But I need to know what y'all think about all this down below. Are y'all as tired of girl math as me? And I'm hoping y'all wrap it up in 2025. Leave it here, please. Don't take this into 2026. But I need your best examples of girl math down below.
Bro, look. I done had the girl math conversation with women sometimes, and some of them they'll admit it. Like that's why I said in the beginning of the video, I think girl math is funny when it's a joke. When it's a joke, it's funny. But when people actually use these to rationalize decisions, especially like in a world where people want to act like everybody is this well off, that's what they want to pretend on Instagram, but in real life, that's not most people's reality. Okay. And in a world where, especially in a lot of relationships, there's two incomes. Even if one income takes care of most of the stuff, there's still two incomes. We'll say that. It is very hard to find a reality when somebody will make up things to pull from the reality that y'all live in, right? So if we got $1,000 disposable income at the end of the month, even after we pay for all of our stuff, we did all the activities we wanted to do. We went to a food festival. We went to the movies. We did all of that, right? At the end of the month, we have $1,000 left. And we say, you know what? If we could do that every month, we save $1,000. In 2 years, we could save up a down payment for a $200,000 house. We're going to have 25K ready to go. And then you start coming up with reasons why me dipping into this 1,000 isn't really. Then at the end of the 2 years, you got $11,000. I was thinking it was, and then it becomes an argument when it's like, yo, why we shouldn't, I mean, but we got the money. Are you telling me I can't get what I want? And now that's where the irrationality and what makes girl math not a fun thing to exist anymore, because it starts to have real world ramifications. But you know, women are gonna say, well, if you don't like us, then well, listen, my relationship fine. I don't care about none of that. Listen, y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. And until next time I see y'all, peace.
So when the metal hit his mug, he just sunk in place. 100K holla, chillin' Bahamas. Come home to your crib and throw in your mama.